everybody, and welcome to the channel Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name is Tandra, and today we're going to do a Tarot Pick-a-Pile card reading with messages from your twin flame. So that's kind of exciting, and I'm looking forward to doing that. Before we get into the reading, I would love to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has participated in the channel, either by subscribing, giving the videos they've watched a thumbs up, leaving us comments in the comments section, and sharing the channel with your friends and family. If you could share the channel on all the different social medias, that's like the ultimate, and it's really wonderful. But all of those things really help the channel out greatly. It helps YouTube to decide to share our channel with other people. And when you do those things, it really helps. We do have a goal of trying to hit 500 subscribers in the near future, and we've been really starting to increase lately. And so that goal looks like it might happen if y'all keep it up. So we very much appreciate that. And I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who has participated with us. Okay, so let's talk about the reading some. I'm really excited to do this reading today. We actually had some pre-done messages that were randomly picked from about 200 different messages, and somebody else just kind of pulled them out, and we didn't read them or anything. We don't know what they said, and I put those in the fortune cookies. But also, I did some automatic writing of whatever message happened to come to me. I did 3 separate ones. I put them in the bottles. I mixed the bottles up. I don't even know which bottle's which. I don't even remember most of the messages, really. And I'm going to randomly pick a bottle for each reading as well. So there's those messages. We have whatever messages that the tarot cards happen to tell us. We do have our charms as well. We also have our oracle spheres. So you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to as well. And get that kind of answer. So I'm really looking forward to this reading today. I really hope it comes out well. I hope we get some good messages, and I hope you guys can find some value in this. Okay, so like all pick-a-pile readings, there's 3 different piles, or, some readings have more, but in this particular one, there's 3 to choose from. There's pile 1 that has the pink fortune cookie. There's pile 2 that has the blue fortune cookie. There's pile 3 that has the purple fortune cookie. Okay, so those are your individual piles. We are going to give you a moment or so to reflect on these piles, and it's best to go with your gut instinct. Whichever one your gut's saying, yeah, that's the one I need to watch. Not so much by eye or even by color of the fortune cookie or anything like that. Just whichever one, like if a number pops into your head, or if your gut keeps drawing you to a specific pile and you're like, that's the one I need to watch, that kind of thing. It is possible to be drawn to more than one pile, and if so, maybe you should watch the other pile, because there might be 1 or 2 messages in that pile for you specifically as well, because your twin flame is going to know what's in these messages, and they're going to know which way to direct you and help you get to your right messages. Okay, so we're going to give you a moment or so to reflect, and when you're ready, you can go to the description, and there will be links in the description that will lead you directly to your reading. So we'll see you there. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose the pink fortune cookie, which we will look at here in a moment. And don't forget, we have our tarot cards, we have our charms, we have our oracle spheres, where you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question. And then we also have our messages in a bottle, which is going to be the one I'm going to look at for this particular reading. So I'm looking forward to this. Now, remember, this is messages from your twin flame. These aren't necessarily romantic messages or anything like that. They're just whatever your twin flame wants to impart to you. Your twin flame generally is the other part of your soul that resides in somebody else, and it's kind of that connection with you. So we're looking forward to seeing what they have to say for you guys today. And let's see. First of all, let's look at these messages. Today, it's up to you to create the peacefulness you long for. Well, that's interesting. Okay. The peacefulness that you long for. All right. Let's see what this other message is. Step softly into the deep waters of your soul, and I will be there to float you to the top. Okay. Wow. That's, I remember when I wrote this one out, I was I wasn't sure exactly what was trying to be said there, or, I mean, to me it seemed like they wanted you to go deep. They wanted you to really kind of look into yourself and who you are and what you're all about and what you would like to be and accomplish and get there, and that they were going to be with you every step of the way, and they were going to help you through that and keep you from drowning in that. At least that's kind of the way I interpreted that. You guys, of course, will, these are messages for you guys, so however you guys thought of it when you read that is the best way. I do like both of these messages together. That's really intriguing. Today, it's up to you to create the peacefulness you long for, and then you think of going deep into your soul, how peaceful, deep waters, how peaceful that would be. So that's interesting that those two came out together. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say. I'm really intrigued now. Let's see. First one, we looked at our Lenormand card. Letter number 27. Ooh, that's interesting, because that usually means some messages, or something that you're going to find out some things. So that's intriguing. We also have the Seven of Spades on there, which is a swords energy. And the Seven of Swords can mean lots of different things, but one of the things that it means is looking at your conscience, revealing truth, confessing, those kinds of things. And that's really interesting, going along with those other messages we already had. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have the Nine of Swords as well. Okay, I get the feeling something is weighing deep on your guys' soul here a little bit. All right, we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Wands, the Princess of Wands. Okay, lots of wands. The High Priestess, the Eight of Pentacles. Again, that's interesting. And the Empress. Okay, this is intriguing. All right. One message I am getting for sure is I really feel like you guys have some burdens, or you guys have some things that are kind of weighing on you. You have some things that have really kind of struck you deep, and have hit you really hard. It could be that you've gotten some messages or something recently, like with the letter here, that is weighing on you. Maybe you found out something that you didn't expect or didn't know, and maybe that's a little difficult for you, or something that you're trying to struggle with there, or maybe there's other things weighing on you, and you might get some news or messages that might help you work your way through that. I really feel like for most of you, though, it's the other way around. I feel like you might have gotten some information recently. Something has come out to you somehow in a form of news or a message or something that has affected you deeply. I feel like it's possibly making you feel slightly trapped, maybe. It's making you anxious. It might be giving you trouble sleeping. It might be giving you anxiety. Um, Something else. I feel like there's something like that. Um, and that's interesting with the other messages that we had too about getting the peacefulness and other things. I think it's kind of disrupted you a little bit. I think you're feeling very disrupted in your life. One's energies, and you have a lot of them here. One's energies are quite frequently very fiery, passionate, um, spirit invoked type of energies, impulsive energies. It's the fiery kind of thing. Okay, so I feel like something's kind of stoked you up. Something has really made you feel very, on fire almost, or anxious, or full of a lot of things, and that it's time for you. I really feel like it's a good idea for you to meditate and get the balance back. It's really interesting, the cards that I'm seeing here. We've got this Princess of Wands, and you notice how she's by herself. There's calm waters flowing. The Wands card, the Wands energy is a very fiery energy. And she also has a letter here, by the way, which is interesting as well. And she's almost looking off like she's waiting for her love of her life to appear or something like that. Like maybe she had a message saying that they were on their way. Or something. But you notice how peaceful this is. She's slightly anxious. She's slightly thinking, but it's very peaceful. It's a kind of a peaceful type of energy, even with being the wands. And you also notice how these two Eight of Pentacle cards, they're both just steadily at work on their own, concentrating on what they're doing. It's very peaceful where they're at. They're doing something that they know how to do very well. They're creating the same thing over and over again. So it's almost a rote type of memory where they can kind of think off on their own, meditate, and still continue to do it and keep busy. But it's a way to be at peace and not be struggling and not, do those kind of things. We also have the Two of Pentacles, which, he's juggling. But it's a very peaceful type of. Now we got some rough seas behind him there, which is really kind of interesting. But we have the two there, like they're almost in perfect balance. They're not quite there yet, but they're heading that direction. And so I just really, and also with the High Priestess and the Empress here as well. They're very calm, sedate, full of wisdom and energy that way, but they're not running off amok and being that anxious kind of character. And then also this Ten of Wands shows me some burdens as well. But you notice how neither of these burdens are more than they can handle. They're a little heavy and it's a little bit of a long trek, but they can definitely make it, and they have each other here as well. This is an interesting Ten of Wands cards because it usually does not have two people on there. Usually it's just one. And what I like about this is your twin flame is saying that they are helping you through this. They are going, you can divide up your burdens amongst them or with them, and they're going to help you carry some of this burden. They're going to help you make your trek up and do what you need to do. And that to me, I really like, and that's where the Two of Pentacles comes in as well. So I really see that whatever this is that is burdening you, weighing on you, making you anxious, whatever, that you need to work on being at peace, being in a peaceful spot, a peaceful area, doing peaceful things, meditating, whatever it takes to put you in that position. And also dig deep into your soul, into your heart about what you think about this and how you can deal with this. And then your twin flame will meet you there and help you with it. Okay, so that is the message I'm getting here so strongly, and it's really intriguing the way this came through. I was very excited to do the reading today, and now I kind of know why. This is Very cool. All right. I really like that they're going to be there for you and they're going to help you through this and they're going to work with you on that. But that what is needed is to dig deep and to get to that peaceful energy. That's what's really important here. I actually have ink on my thumbs from when I wrote earlier. All right, let's go ahead and go on to our charm. See if there's any other messages or other advice or other things we can give you here, and then we'll do our oracle spheres as well. Okay, I'm going to give these charms a really good mixing up here, and then we're just going to look at what we've got. All right, we've got an eye, okay, and we also have the word imagine, so I really like that. Because the eye and imagine kind of go together. Oh, we also have a couple of other things here. We have the Gemini symbol. I really like that because that's the twins. Gemini being the twins, and I really like that because to me, that just shows that they're there with you. We also have the Two of Cups. So once again, I really feel like they're there with you. We do have the Ace of Wands again, and I did not talk about it much earlier, but now that you have two of them, maybe we should delve into that slightly more. The Wands energy is, once again, that fiery, passionate, spirit energy. And the one is usually the beginning of that. And, bringing forth of that type of energy here. And I find it intriguing that you have two of them. First of all, to me, I see that as kind of the twin flame symbolism as well. That you have one and now you have two. So you have two. And what your twin flame is trying to tell you here is that it's okay to get passionate about things. It's okay to start new things. It's okay to move on. It's okay to move forward because you're going to be doing it together. You're going to be working on that together. So that was kind of the message I got with that. We do have a couple of moon symbols that came up together. We have the winged moon and the other moon. Now, usually the moon to me means things like intuition, mother figure, home life, things like that. But also the winged moon sometimes shows to me that you have the love and protection of your guardian angels. We do have the circle love here that also kind of shows that. So I'm kind of, getting that feeling there. We do have the Sagittarius symbol here. And the Sagittarius symbol, to me, a lot of times will represent, it could mean that somebody is a Sagittarius or that you are. And it's just kind of a confirmation that this reading was for you. It also could mean that somebody else in your life important to you, it's going to help you through this, is a Sagittarius or has Sagittarius really prominent in their chart in some way. But the other thing I get from Sagittarius a lot of times when it pops up is kind of that learning energy, that deep, almost spiritual learning in a lot of ways, which kind of goes along with the going deep into your soul kind of thing. I almost get the idea of like monks being hidden away and learning about the deep secrets of the universe and of themselves and how the universe works and how they themselves work and all that. That's kind of the energies I'm getting here. So maybe that kind of peacefulness is important to you right now. Maybe that type of being squirreled away for a while so that you can dig deep might be kind of important. We have the skull and crossbones, which usually to me means there's some sort of pitfalls or danger to be aware of here. And I think the danger that I can kind of see, because I instantly was drawn to the swords card, is getting, I'm trying to think of how I want to put this, getting too involved in the anxiousness of the moment, getting too involved in the fieriness of it, the worry and anxiety, the all those other emotions and all that. But by getting too involved in that, that's unhealthy and not good for you. And that's a danger that you're in at the moment. But we also have the dragonfly, which the dragonfly is a little bit more, a lot of times the dragonfly will symbolize life and life-giving, and it kind of has a lot of meanings in a lot of cultures, but that's kind of one of the major meaning in a lot of them, is just learning about life itself and learning about the joy of life and the beauty of life. And we also have the kind of the tree of life here as well. So I really feel like that's important for you guys right now, is to be exploring that whole energy, that whole what makes life beautiful, what makes life good, what makes life worth living, what makes life, important to be here. That is the kind of energy I'm getting here. We do have several other cards, and I usually have to pick them up to see exactly which ones they are. We have the 5 and the 7 of Wands, which are both change energies. There are also Wands energies again. So I really feel like there's some fiery, passionate, spiritual, impulsive, energetic type of thing going on here. And it's changing your life, whatever this is. So I really, really feel like that. But we also have the 9 of Swords, which kind of goes along with these other swords cards really well, in that the 9 can mean a lot of problems, but it can also mean recovery, learning to deal with things, getting help when needed, and that kind of energy. And I really feel like that's the kind of energy that your twin flame wants you to get into, is being in recovery mode, is kind of what I see here. We also have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is kind of the stern king. He's kind of the authoritarian figure. He's, very serious, has high standards. So there might be somebody in your life that is represented by. And I think that you guys are going to know why that showed up, because I don't have a specific answer for you on that, but I feel like you guys are going to know. So I'm just going to leave that alone and let that go that way, since that's the way I feel with that. Let's go on to your oracle spheres and see. Now remember, with this is you ask a yes or no type of question that you would like to get an answer to. Then we have 4 different stands that the answer can appear on. We have blue, bronze, purple, and green. And so it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you decide which stand you would like your answer to appear on, and then we'll get our answers. The number 1 blue is very likely. Number 2, bronze, is not likely. Number 3, purple, is probable. And number 4, green, is a no. It's kind of interesting. Very likely, not likely, probable, and no. Okay. So, number 1, blue, is very likely. Number 2, bronze, was not likely. Number 3, purple, is probable. And number 4, green, was a no. So there's our oracle sphere answers for the reading for this week. Wow, guys, I hope you had some messages that came through that were helpful to you and interesting to you. It was a very exciting reading for me to do, so I really hope it was good for you guys. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and share the channel with your friends and family. We have lots of videos out there that might be of interest to other people. We have timeless tarot readings. We do rune readings once a week that have the oracle spheres and angel numbers involved with those. Those come out on Mondays, so those might be of interest to you. We also have videos on how to read tarot cards and other spiritual topics as well. So please remember to check out other things and to share us with everybody else. We do put out videos every single week, so we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. pile 2, and welcome to your reading. Those of you that chose kind of the blue turquoise fortune cookie here. Remember, we have the fortune cookie. We also have our random message in the bottle. And I'm having a little trouble deciding which one I want for this reading. I'm going just by intuition here. And I keep thinking maybe this one, but I'm not sure. So let me think about it for just a second. I'll get the right answer in a minute. All right. We have our tarot cards, we have our charms, we have our oracle spheres. So you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question that will help you with that. And so we'll be able to do that. We're going to look at these messages. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this one for this reading. The first reading we did was very exciting, very interesting, so I'm looking forward to doing this one as well. I've not done a reading like this before, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of messages come out here. Remember, these are messages from your twin flame, so the messages can be on pretty much anything they want to communicate to you, anything they think is important for you right now to deal with. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here. A letter of great importance may reach you any day now. That's interesting. Because the first one had letter stuff involved with it too. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what this one has to say. Okay. Remember the little engine that could, and keep trying, you will make it. Okay, I like that message. So, to me, that shows just right away that you guys are having to work through something, deal with something, and keep trying and keep working at it, and so forth. And your twin flame wants you to keep working, wants you to keep chugging along. So that's kind of important. And also, a letter of importance may reach you any day now. I don't know if they have to do with the same thing or not, but we'll see. Oh, this is interesting. We have a mountain here, which means you are definitely climbing a mountain. You are definitely working on something that's kind of difficult. You are working on something that's taking some time and some effort. And, you know, it's something you really care about. It's probably work related. And I say that because the Eight of Clubs is on the card, but also that's just kind of the feeling I'm getting that from most of you guys. It's probably work related. That there's something that you're just really working towards. You're struggling with. You're trying, and you're working on doing it. But it sounds to me like it's worth it. That, you know, if you keep working at it, it's going to be worth it for you. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Five of Wands, the Magician, the Seven of Wands, the Lovers, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups. This is interesting. The Ten of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Interesting. Okay, first of all, the Lover card to me just shows the connection that you have with your twin flame, and that they see what's going on, and they feel very connected to you, and they're there. This may be somebody that you already know and that you're with. Sometimes we never meet our twin flames in this lifetime. Sometimes we never have anything to do with them. Sometimes we do. It just depends. But either way, they're with you. They're supporting you. They see you and that kind of thing. Okay, so just kind of letting you guys know that. We have lots of cups energy, which is intriguing to me, because the cups usually deals a lot with our emotional state or how we feel about things emotionally. We do have the Eight, which to me, eights denote work things again. mostly the Eight of Pentacles, but any 8 to me almost always denotes work. I don't know why, but that's just something I've always associated with work. But in this particular one, she's sad because, whoever she's caring about is walking away, which isn't usually the case for the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is usually that they have stacked up their cups and that they have completed that task. They have finished that, and then they're ready to move on and walk away from that particular thing, whatever it is, and move on to a new journey, move on to the new thing. They've completed that task. This particular card shows it slightly differently than that. But I still see, it's that same kind of energy, that it is completing, it's done, it's finished. But then you get into the Nine of Cups here, where we're showing the celebratory picnic time. It's time to celebrate work being finished, work being done. So I kind of see that if you keep plugging along, working along, then you'll have reason to celebrate, is kind of what I'm seeing there. We also have the King of Cups, too, which, the king is always the ultimate. He reaches the top of his suit, which, to me, that just shows he's, if you get to the King of Cups, basically you've reached the pinnacle. You've finished it. You've gotten through all the stages. You've completed it, and that's interesting too, because we also have the Ten of Pentacles card. And the tens are also that completion energy. It's also that finishing up of a task. And the pentacles are definitely a work-related energy. And so I really feel like you are heading towards that completion. You are working towards that finishing off of stuff. We do have some things that show you're kind of still maybe in the middle of the rough part. We have the Five of Wands here, and we have the Seven of Wands, okay? Fives are showing a lot of strife, a lot of change, a lot of conflict, that kind of thing. The Seven is showing protecting yourself, fending off problems and disasters and things like that. So you're kind of maybe still in that mode. You're kind of maybe still in that, earlier stages. You're not quite ready to finish off and get to the 10. We also have the 4, which is kind of building a strong foundation. So what's nice about this is you also have the 5 and the 7, which means you've moved past the 4 now. So you did build a good foundation. 4s are a really good foundation. They're a good whatever. So, you have a good start. You have a good, and even though things might be difficult right now, and you're in kind of the rough spot, you're not at the top of the mountain yet, you're not at the completion, things are kind of difficult at the moment. Even though you're not there yet, you have plenty of cards showing that you can get there and reach a very wonderful goal, first of all. And also you started off really, really well too, so that's really good. You also have the Magician card, which also has an 8, also has the infinity symbol, which is the 8 sideways. And so this just shows to me that you guys can accomplish anything that you want. You just have to believe in it. You have to believe that you can do so, and you have to keep trying and keep working at it and not giving up. I gave this scenario in another video not too long ago, but that when I think of the Magician, they're born with some natural ability, but they can't do everything right at once. We're born with the ability to walk, most of us anyway, but we can't walk, when we're a day old. Same way with talking, same way with, eating solid food, same way with all these other things. Those things take time. Those things take learning. Those things take, getting through all of the steps. And so whatever this is that you're working on that is very difficult at the moment and makes you want to quit and makes you want to give up, whatever that is, just know that you have raw talent for it. You have the foundation that you've built. You have all of that. But nobody gets there without going through all of the steps and climbing the whole mountain. You don't just teleport up there. But that if you just keep trying, keep plugging along, keep believing in yourself, you can do it. Okay, you can reach that height. You can reach the completion. So that's the important message that's going on here so far, and that's what I really, really, really want you guys to know. Okay, because that's what your twin flame is really imparting here. All right, let's go on to doing our charms. Maybe there's some other messages, or maybe more reinforcing of the same message. That's possible. But let's take a look here and see what we got. Okay, we'll give these charms a really, really good mix up. Well, that's not very many. Let's pull out a few more there. Okay, we have the money bag symbol that shows the ultimate reaching of your goal. Okay. We also have a couple letters here. We have a F and a G. So that could mean initials. I was trying to think if there's anything. The only thing that comes to my mind is fog. So I'm not sure. Fog. I don't know if that means fog, like things are foggy and they're going to clear up, or if, I don't know. That's a little weird that I thought of fog. I always think it's odd when I do that. But they might mean something specifically to you. So I'm just going to let, that happen if fog doesn't mean anything to you guys. I'm going to let you guys deal with that. But I have some other energies here that are really awesome. We have, once again, this to me shows your twin flame is there with you and supporting you in togetherness. I think it's just kind of showing that. But we have a couple of other things. We have the Aries symbol, which can mean a couple of things. Usually when the symbols come up, they could mean somebody specific in your life that is an Aries, or that has Aries very prominent in their chart. But a lot of times when I pull out the symbols, I think of what they symbolize to me. And to me, the Aries is the ram. They're the ones that are going to keep charging. They're the ones that are going to work on getting what they want. They're not going to stop. They're just going to keep doing that. I almost think of Taurus that way as well, the bull. But with Aries, you kind of just get that feeling that, they're tough, which is what I was kind of thinking here, being tough and strong. But we also have a couple of other cool things. We have the confident kitty, we have the butterfly, and we have the shooting star. So, confident kitty shows to me you need to be confident, you need to believe in yourself, you need to keep trying. The butterfly means that, it's that transformation energy. It's that things start out kind of rough and kind of one way, but then can turn into blossom into something very beautiful. That kind of thing. So whatever this is you're working on can do the same thing. And then also the shooting star just means that you are a shooting star and that you can shoot for the stars and aim for the stars, and that, you have that ability to reach the heights there. So that's kind of what all of those, and it's also a manifestation energy as well, along with the magician. We also have the Ace of Diamonds, which is a pentacle. The Ace is a new start, new beginning, almost the wisdom of that. It's a very earthly energy, but also with it showing up on the diamond card rather than in the tarot deck. Once again, I thought of hard as diamonds, but also that diamonds in the rough. Things start out kind of rough, kind of difficult. You have to polish them up. You have to cut them. You have to do other things to make diamonds really beautiful and sparkle. But they're also very tough as well. So to me, that just kind of shows that, things go kind of like the butterfly from being one type of energy and one type of thing and blossom into something else with work and time and effort. So that's kind of the feelings I'm getting with all of that there. Let's go ahead and go on to your oracle spheres. And on this, you ask a yes or no type of question. And then we have 4 different stands to choose from here. We have bronze, blue, purple, and green. 1, 2, 3, and 4, so that you decide which one you would like your answers to appear on, and then we'll get our answers. Okay, number 1, bronze is not likely. Number 2, blue is also not likely. Number 3, purple is a no. And number 4, green is a not likely. Wow, whenever they all lean towards one answer like that, I always wonder what the question was. Always makes me curious. Okay, number 1, bronze is not likely. Number 2, blue is not likely. Number 3, purple is a no. And number 4, green is a not likely. So there's our Oracle Sphere answers for our reading today. I really hope you guys had some messages that were useful to you with this, and I really hope it inspires you to keep going and keep working and keep going on. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the channel with your friends and family. Check out our other videos on the channel. We have lots of different videos on lots of different topics that might be of interest. We put out rune readings every week on Mondays that have our oracle spheres and our angel numbers involved with those. So that might be of something of interest to you to look at. We put out a lot of timeless tarot readings that might be of interest, and videos on other spiritual topics as well. So all of those things are available to you, and we put out videos every single week. So we look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 3, those of you that chose the fortune cookie with the purple on it. And remember, we have our messages in here. We have our tarot cards. We have our charms. And we have our oracle spheres where you can be thinking of a yes or no type of question and get an answer there. And then we also have our special message that we wrote in the bottle here. So we've got a couple of messages to look at and these other things. So let's get started here and see what kind of messages you're going to get from your twin flame here. It could be about anything in specific, just whatever that they find important to tell you. Do not seek so much to find the answer as much as to understand the question better. Okay. Let's see if we have any more clarity on that. Let's see what this other message is. Smile more. It will make you happy and will bring out your best features. Interesting messages so far. All right, let's see what else we have going here. We have the number 9, bouquet. We have the 7 of cups, the 3 of pentacles, the 2 of wands, the Queen of wands, the 3 of cups, the moon card, the page of cups, the judgment card, and the 7 of cups. Okay. Interesting. One of the first things that I'm getting here is that you guys are maybe a glass is half empty kind of person. If that makes sense. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that expression. It's relatively common, but basically it means that you look at a glass of water and it's measured up and there's water up to, about the middle. And depending on how you look at things in life, some people would say the glass is half full. Some people would say the glass is half empty. And so the idea behind that is that if you're a glass is half empty kind of person, that you might dwell more on the negative aspects of life or of situations rather than the more positive aspects by saying the glass is half full. And I get the feeling that maybe a lot of you guys out there might tend to be more of a glass is half empty type of person. That when you think about things, when you look at things, you tend to look at things more from that side of things. And this Five of Cups is kind of showing that to me as well. Because on the Five of Cups energy, there's always spilled cups. Usually there's some standing up as well. But you notice how she has this garden here and she's growing things and she has beautiful things, but all she's noticing is that the cups are spilt and that, they're knocked over. She's not noticing all the beautiful things that are going on here. Usually the Five of Cups energy usually they're turned away from some of the cups, and that they don't know that they actually have some other things. Usually they're looking at the two that have spilt and not the three that are still standing right behind them, that kind of thing. They don't realize what they have available to them. The other thing here that's interesting is your Seven of Cups cards. Okay? Seven of Cups cards quite often will show a mixture of what I would think of as maybe good and bad manifestations. Some things would show up in the cups that make you go, ooh, I don't know if I really would want that. But then other things show up in the cup and you're like, oh, that's really beautiful, that's really awesome, and I would love having that. This particular cup card almost has exclusively good things in it for the most part. It has bouquets of flowers, it has rainbows, it has fish, it has castles, butterflies, all these wonderful things in it. So what I can kind of see with you having both of those there is you have a choice to make. You can be looking at what is possible or what you think the universe can provide for you or give to you. And you can only look at the negative things or look at things from the point of view of they may not be good, okay, because there may be some more bad things involved. Or you can choose to go, the universe can provide me with rainbows and butterflies and castles and fish and all these other things. And so that's what I'm going to focus on. That's what I'm going to pay attention to. And that kind of goes along with the smile more. I have found over the years, and I get people that I talk to about this, and they don't listen to me sometimes. But the few who have actually paid attention to me saw that it's true. That when you are not feeling your best, especially if you're angry, or especially if you're a little bit down, if you force yourself to smile, or to see something that will make you smile, if you have trouble just smiling on your own, go watch something on YouTube that'll make you smile. That when you smile, you start to feel slightly better. And it releases endorphins and other things into our system that literally help uplift us. It helps lift our attitude about things. It helps the day go better just from that point of view, because we're not feeling quite as down and depressed or quite as angry as we were. I'm not saying that we need to suppress those emotions or not feel them, because they're valid emotions. But I'm saying that it's not good to dwell in those places, and that if there's a way or a reason to pull ourselves up out of that, at least on a temporary basis or once in a while, it's a good idea to do so. And also what that means to me as well is that it's really good to see the bright side of life, the good things that life can offer us, because sometimes we don't see those things. It's really easy to get involved with how hard everything is, how crappy things are, um, and all of that. And it's really hard sometimes to see the really positive things that are out there. They exist, they're there, it's just hard sometimes to see them. It's hard sometimes to pay attention to them. And so I really feel like that's something, there that would be important. The other thing that you had with your message here, I kind of want to harken back to it a little bit, was do not seek so much to find the answer as much as to understand the question better. Um, what I see with that, and I almost kind of saw it here in this Three of Pentacles card as well, is that it's possible that you're kind of wanting to seek out and kind of know the answer to everything, like, how do I do this, or how am I going to accomplish that, or is the universe going to give me this or whatever. But if you pay attention to the questions that you're asking, pay attention to what you're trying to find out, because by doing that you might understand the answer better when it comes, first of all, but you also might understand more about what you value, what you care about, what matters to you in this life, and other things like that. It's really kind of hard to explain. It's one of those things I think that once you start practicing it, you'll understand a little bit more. I do feel like there is a judgment type of attitude going on, where maybe you're kind of a little judgmental of life itself, or of other people, or of your own life. We do that a lot. A lot of people very much diss on their own lives and do that. And I feel like maybe that's an energy that maybe we want to get out of just a little bit, and get out of doing that. Now, one nice thing about the reading that I really like so far, a couple of things actually, is the bouquet. The bouquet card here shows a lot of success, a lot of happiness, other things like that. So you have these wonderful cards that can kind of show these things. The Page of Cups, which is this wonderful, youthful, emotional happiness energy. We've got the Queen of Wands, which, she's reached the pinnacle of her suit. She's very passionate about her kingdom, which she cares about, those kinds of things. She's very, fiery spirit, fired up kind of energy. And then we have the bouquet, which is, getting a wonderful gift, a wonderful success type things, those kinds of things. So you have that available to you, especially with the Seven of Cups here. You guys can manifest some really wonderful things in your life. You guys can really manifest some really, really awesome things. You have that ability with these Seven of Cups energies and some of these other energies. You also can feel a lot of emotional happiness if you choose to. You do have the Moon card here. And, the Moon card, the Moon can be very emotional. When you're thinking of emotion type stuff, the Moon card can be very up and down. Very dark, very secretive, that kind of thing. But then also, big crowds and accolades, as well. So the Moon is a very diverse kind of card, and and it has lots of ups and down emotions involved with it. So I think kind of your danger is letting yourself get into the emotional downturn of the Moon card, and letting yourself dwell there just a little bit into that deep darkness of the Moon. I think that's a danger that you guys have. I think that's something that's a possibility for you to do. So I think that's just kind of the warning there. I think that's kind of the message that your twin flame has for you is, hey, don't go too far down that path. Make sure you're paying attention to the good things in life. Make sure you're, going that way. And like I said, the smile more thing, it's kind of all intertwined there together. Okay, let's take a look at your charms and see what other messages we have that might be of use to you. Alright, let's give a really good mix up of the charms here and see what we got. Well, I thought a charm fell out, but I don't see it, so maybe not. Okay. We have a TF here. An LF. Sorry, not T, it's an L. Those could be initials. Also saw the word laugh when I saw LF, so don't know. Might be something there. They could, like I said, they could mean something specific to you, so I'm gonna let you go on with that. We do have the word grace and dream. I do like that because I kind of think that dreaming is very important to you. We also have the Cancer energy, which is interesting because the moon is symbolized by Cancer. So I really feel like there's a lot of emotion going on here with you. Oh, we also have the T here. Huh, my initials, TLF, interesting. I feel like you guys are emotional type of people, and you feel emotions very deeply. And I think that's part of the problem. I think sometimes you feel other people's emotions very deeply. We do have a few other hearts cards here that kind of show that as well. We have the 2 and the 3 of Cups. The 3 is dealing more with community. The 2 is dealing more with a partner. But they are emotional energies. They are, dealing with that. And there was lots of cups in your reading. And so what I really see with that is, the whole, how emotional you can be. But also I feel like you can take in other people's emotions and you have trouble separating those out. And I think that you might let those linger longer than they should. Like if somebody is not feeling real good or they're kind of in a bad mood and they walk into your orbit, it kind of puts you on edge or puts you kind of in a bad mood. And you might stay there for quite a while, even if that person's not in your orbit anymore. They walk away, they leave the office, they, go somewhere else. It kind of puts you off for quite a while. And I think that is kind of the message that we're working on here is finding a way to separate that emotion from better emotions and ones that serve you better, especially if they're other people's, because it's really not a good idea to hold on to other people's emotions. It's a really good idea to learn how to separate those out. So I really feel like that's kind of an important message going on here as well. We have the 8 of Diamonds, which is a good Pentacle card. It's a good, reaching for what you would like to, get out of this earth and whatever. It's a good success card, which I kind of like with the bouquet there. We also have the Wise Old Owl, which I like. Learning new things is really important here. And we have the Star Kitty, which usually is your intuition. It's usually dreaming, looking upon the star. We also had the Dream Star here earlier. So I do think dreaming is important. You did have your 7 of Cups energies over here where basically those are dreamlike energies. Those are dreaming to manifest. Those are dreaming what you would like your life to be and what you would like to see out of your life and what you'd like to have. The more you believe in the good things that you can have, the more good things you're going to have. That's just kind of the way the universe works. It's kind of the way the law of attraction works. It's just kind of the way things happen. So it's really important to do that. Okay, let's go on and do your oracle spheres. And basically with this, you think of your yes or no type of question that you'd like to get an answer to. And then you have 4 stands, green, purple, blue, and bronze to pick from. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you figure out which one you'd like your answer to appear on, and then we'll get our answers. Number 1, green's a maybe. Number 2, purple is a not likely. Number 3, blue is a yes. And a number 4, bronze is a probable. All right, so number 1, green was a maybe. Number 2, purple is a not likely. Number 3, blue is a yes. And number 4, bronze is a probable. So there's our Oracle Sphere answers for the week. Guys, I hope you had some messages that were useful to you here and that you could do something with. I was very excited to do this reading this week, and so I really hope there was some stuff out of all 3 of these piles that you guys could do good with, whichever piles you all picked. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share our channel with your friends and family, leave us comments in the comment section, and check out the other videos on the channel. We do put out rune readings every week that include the Oracle Spheres as well as angel numbers, so that might be something of interest to you to check out. We also put out a lot of timeless tarot readings. We've got videos on how to read tarot cards as well as other spiritual topics as well. We do put out videos every single week, so we do look forward to seeing you again in future videos, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.